Today I'm joined by Nolan and Mila, and they're two of about 30 Year Sixes who are about to embark on a journey that hasn't happened at the Mitcham campus for at least 6 or 7 years. Now, Nolan, Year 6 is the first year where students get to experience an international exchange program. Can you talk to us a little bit about where we're going and what we're going to be doing?
So the Kristin exchange is a thing where 32 students will be flying to New Zealand in June, and we'll be playing a bunch of sports against another New Zealand school.
Excellent. Mila, can you talk to us a little bit about the process that you went through to get to this point? What did you need to do as a student?
So there's about 70 students in Year 6 for 30 spots, and you had to put your hand up first if you wanted to go to New Zealand, and then everybody who put their hand up got interviewed by Miss Hampson and Miss Lane, and we got asked questions like, why do you want to go on the exchange, and like what would you take out of like the cultural bit of it? And then a couple of weeks later we got informed if we got in or not.
Nolan, I'll throw back to you. You mentioned that we're playing some sports over in Auckland and in Kristin. What are the sports that we're playing?
So some really good sports we are playing are basketball, hockey, soccer and netball.
I know the Monday we're spending some time to engage with the school and the community and really immerse ourselves in the culture. Tuesday and Wednesday we're playing sports.
Yep.
What's happening on the Thursday?
So we're going to tour around some amazing sites in New Zealand, Auckland.
Excellent. I know you've travelled overseas before, and in fact you've actually lived overseas for a few years, so you're my expert. What are some helpful hints and tips for our first time travellers?
So going overseas is really interesting and amazing. You can't push yourself. You have to like max yourself, and you have to like make sure that you know like where your limit is. And also it's like amazing that you're there, and there's so many differences. So while you're there you really have to immerse yourself in the cultural like bit of it, so that you can really get the full extreme of that.
Who were the staff members? Who are the teachers going with us?
So there's Miss Worthington, Mr. Rosser, Miss Pope and Mr. Cox.
Okay, now apart from me, who are we worried about in terms of snoring at night time? Who's going to keep you up at night?
Mr. Rosser.
Mr. Rosser, okay. All right, now I have a few questions. I have a few concerns about the trips. I'm hopeful you can help me answer these questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Every time I'm on the plane, whether it's a local flight to somewhere like Melbourne or a bit further away, I'm always worried about the person who sits in front of me and whether they keep their seat upright the entire time or they do the maximum recline and they invade my personal space. Nolan, what kind of traveller are you? Do you keep your seat upright or do you recline?
I keep my seat upright so I can watch the movies on the plane.
Great answer. Now the biggest concern I have is around luggage. And I'm really not so fussed about the student luggage because I know your families will do a great job. I'm more worried about the staff luggage. And to be honest, I'm worried about Mr. Ross's suitcase, okay? But you might not know this, but for the last 3 or 4 weeks, every staff meeting and every recess and lunch in the staff room, Mr. Rosser keeps asking me how many teddies and how many squishmallows can he pack into his suitcase.
Yeah.
I keep telling him 1 or 2. He wants to bring 15 to 20. Nolan, can we end this debate right now? How many squishmallows can Mr. Rosser pack?
2, definitely.
2. Mila?
Maximum 1.
Maximum 1. Some breaking news, Mr. Rosser. You're only allowed to bring 1 or 2 squishmallows, no more. Our weight limit is 23 kilos. Nolan, we were having a bit of a conversation before about 3 interesting facts or 3 things that you'd like to learn. Can you share those things with us now?
So I got 3 facts. The haka is their traditional dance. There is a live volcano that we could be driving past while we're in Auckland. And my last thing is their rugby team, as you might know it, the All Blacks. They are the best rugby team around the world.
Excellent. Mila, what are your things that you'd like to share?
I know that Auckland is the capital, that they have, unlike Australia, which has multiple, one Indigenous culture, the Maori culture, and that it takes like 4 hours to get from Adelaide to New Zealand.
Well, thanks for joining me today. I think that just about wraps up our e-news. I know it's getting close to recess time and you're probably heading off to play and enjoy some food. So thank you, and we look forward to the Kristin Exchange coming up.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart.
Thank you.